Imagine biting into a piece of chicken so juicy it could make a vegan reconsider. But what if that same bite came with a side of silicone oil, a dash of MSG, and a sprinkle of anti-foaming agent? Foaming sounds like a science experiment, right? Now here's the question. Why does something that smells like Sunday dinner contain ingredients you can't even pronounce? Here's a mystery for you. How did we go from Grandma's golden fried chicken to a nugget that's 60% filler and 40%, trust me, it's chicken? And my favorite, if it clucks like a chicken, looks like a chicken, but has 38 ingredients, is it still chicken? Stick around. What I'm about to show you might make you laugh, gasp, or put down that bucket, at least for a second. And yes, it might just change how you see food forever. You ever take a bite of something and suddenly feel uneasy? That happened to me a few weeks ago. I was tired, hungry, and grabbed a crispy chicken box from a popular spot. I sat in my car, took one bite, and paused. It was hot, crunchy, flavorful, everything you'd expect. But something felt off. It didn't taste like the chicken I grew up eating. It felt too perfect, too processed. And that single bite led me down a rabbit hole I wasn't prepared for. Let's be honest. Chicken used to be an event. You marinated it, seasoned it, prayed over it, maybe argued about the right oil to use. Now, you can get it in 90 seconds from a glowing screen. And it'll taste the same in New York, London, or Neptune. That's not Grandma's recipe. That's a factory formula. They've engineered it, like a science project with salt and crunch, to make sure it hits your taste buds like a dopamine firework. Not because they love you, because they love your repeat order. It's psychology, not poultry. You're not just eating, you're being trained. Did you know the average fried chicken from fast food contains more than 30 ingredients? And many of them aren't chicken? Let me introduce you to the dream team. Sodium phosphate, to keep it moist forever. MSG makes your brain go, ooh yes. Dimethyl polysiloxane, an anti-foaming agent. Translation, stuff they put in silly putty. TBHQ, a preservative linked to some scary inflammation issues. And my personal favorite, sugar, in your chicken, because sweet sells. Now I know your grandma's spice cabinet didn't have dimethyl polyso what now? So why does this? According to researchers from the National Institute of Health, regular consumption of ultra-processed foods like this increases your risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and even certain cancers. And a 2023 study in the BMJ linked high intake of ultra-processed meats like many frozen chicken products to greater risk of heart disease and early death. Scared? No. Aware? Absolutely. So why would anyone do this? Why not just sell real chicken? Because real food doesn't scale like software. And fast food is business first, nutrition last. They freeze it, fluff it, flavor it, and fry it, all before it even reaches your drive-through speaker. What you're tasting isn't your childhood. It's a chemically choreographed performance wrapped in a $3.99 combo, and guess what? That price is only possible because they control every step, from the chicken feed, to the chemicals, to the color of the packaging. Now this part's for you. If you're over 50 or even just feeling 50 on the inside, hear me. Your body isn't a lab. It can't handle a cocktail of preservatives, sodium bombs, and mystery meat the way it used to. You feel bloated after? You're not crazy. Your blood pressure's creeping? That's not just getting older. Researchers say aging bodies are more sensitive to chemical additives, especially those linked to inflammation and metabolic disruptions. So yeah, your chicken could be talking back to your arteries. After digging through labels and studies, I called my mom. I said, "Ma, do you remember how Grandma used to cook chicken?" She laughed, with her eyes closed and soul open. Why? And I told her, because this chicken today feels fake. She said, that's because it is. We've traded tradition for convenience. But maybe it's time we go back to asking questions, like Grandma used to. Okay, smart shopper time. You want to do better, but your cart says, I'm tired and chicken is easy. I feel you. But next time you're in the frozen aisle, pause. Flip the bag over. Here's what you might see. Mechanically separated chicken. That's food code for ground leftovers glued together. Enhanced with up to 20% solution. You're paying for salty water. Chicken products with more filler than meat. Store-brand rotisserie chickens that have been brined like a science experiment. Doesn't mean never eat it, but at least know what it is. A study published in Public Health Nutrition analyzed over 100 chicken items from top chains. Nearly 70% contained additives that exceeded recommended daily limits in a single serving. Dr. Maria Thompson, a nutrition epidemiologist, warned that consistent exposure to preservatives like TBHQ and phosphates is now being linked to long-term kidney strain and cellular damage. Another research team in Brazil found that ultra-processed meat consumption was directly associated with cognitive decline in adults over 50. Not just heart disease, memory loss too. This isn't about fear. It's about power. Because when you start seeing behind the curtain, you start making decisions differently. You go from whatever it's chicken to wait. What's actually in this? You don't have to be perfect, just aware. You still want comfort food? Cool. But maybe. Let's bring back Grandma's seasoning. A little rosemary. Some garlic. A hot pan. A little bit of soul. Remember when I said it might make you laugh, gasp, or put down that bucket? Just for a second? Well, if you're still here, congratulations. You survived the ingredient list. You've made it to the final bite. Now let me pay it off. That chicken that clucks, crunches, and comforts. It's also been engineered, marinated in marketing, and served with a side of, you'll never know. But now you do know. And once you know, you see differently. You choose differently. And that's power. So here's your friendly challenge. Next time you smell that golden crispiness calling your name, pause. Squint at the label. Ask, is this dinner or a delicious science fair project? If your brain whispered science project, you're my kind of people. I've got more where this came from. The next video? We're cracking open another harmless food. This time, one you probably eat with everything. And let's just say, the oil it's fried in has some baggage. Hit that subscribe like it's a reset button on your grocery list. Stay funny. Stay sharp. And remember, eat like someone who knows the plot now. You deserve to know the truth and laugh a little while doing it.